Hello everybody! It's time for a very interesting and exciting purchase that I'm going to show you right now. So, about 7 months ago, sort of the beginning of the year, I released a video that was titled "The Shirt That Everyone Wants," and within that parcel was that Venezia home shirt right there. And it was very popular. Not everyone, of course, wanted it, but it was one of those ones where as soon as it went on sale, all of the sizes that were very popular sold out, and then not long after that, they were all gone. And I was very pleased to be able to buy one in medium, of course, and then when I opened it up, I was very excited to add it to my collection, because not only is it one of those sort of clubs that seems like every collector has to add, similar to like Club America or Pumas. It's like one of those teams you just need to have there. It also was very well designed. Obviously, it featured in my previous video, my top 10 Nike shirts, and even though it won't necessarily feature in my sort of top 10 shirts that I own altogether, it's still very, very nice, and of course it has that colour scheme that is very, very specific to Venezia. Well, that's all well and good, but like every team, a season begins and they release more shirts, and considering that they are no longer manufactured by Nike, they are now manufactured by Kappa, they had to release a whole new collection of shirts. And to be honest, at the beginning, because I only have one shirt from each club, I didn't really pay too much attention to the latest releases for Venezia. And then I started to see that there was quite a lot of hype with regards to specifically the home shirt, but also the away shirt that had been released. At that point, the third and the fourth shirts hadn't been announced. So I was like, okay, I saw the images and yeah, they were pretty cool, very nice. I was like, yeah, I can understand that. And then maybe a couple of weeks later, it came to my attention that they'd all gone. They'd all sold out. Now, it's not that uncommon for a shirt to sell out. It happens, and specifically this season, it's happening everywhere. There are teams not just in sort of the top divisions, it's the lower divisions, and I think it's a combination of more people are wanting to buy shirts, I think, and also the struggles of sort of freight and shipping, just getting it from wherever they're being manufactured, and of course the increase in cost of raw materials. So it's a few things you're throwing together. But with regards to Venezia, August came and went, September came and went, and there was no news or update when they were going to restock. So when I was looking around on Instagram and other collectors, I didn't see a single one of their shirts. I saw the classic football shirts guys had one. They had one of each, the home and the away, and they were sort of promoting it as the shirt of the year and putting it in their exhibits. But other than that, maybe one of the other people that I saw online had it. So it was clearly quite scarce. That then kind of made it a little bit more interesting with regards to me wanting it. And it wasn't necessarily a fear of missing out, because there are plenty of shirts that are hyped that I've just chosen not to go for. So like the Atletico Mineiro third shirt, the one with the map design, I've not gone for that one. Very hyped, beautiful shirt of course, I've not gone for that. So don't expect to see that on my channel anytime soon. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on shirts altogether, but on occasion, what I want my collection to be is not just to have shirts from all over the world from unique places that are quite sought after. It's to have the popular ones also, so the people who aren't necessarily in as deep as we are in the collecting world, but may be aware of the shirts themselves, you can go, oh yeah, that's also there. So I had that at the back of my head. I also had a friend, they were looking to get the home shirt of this season, and they were constantly refreshing it, trying to figure it out. Obviously, nothing was appearing. Fast forward into October, and we got a notification saying that they were going to be restocking. They gave us the time and the date, and then it was up to you then to go and buy it if you so wished. And that obviously presented a dilemma. Do I actually want to do it? A few things that were going to stop me. I already have one. I only get one from each club. The price, €90 is the price of any of the shirts. Throw in on top shipping, which I think was possibly €20. It's going to be about just under £100 to get it. Then the possibility of customs, which I never usually get hit by, but it could happen. That could be any value. So it's already an expensive purchase. And then it's also thinking, am I just buying it for the sake of it? I don't want that to be the case, but, you know, it happens on occasion. We're all human. Anyway, it came to it. My friend bought theirs. And I bought something also. I have a parcel here, which arrived. And to be honest, I'm kind of surprised it arrived like it did. Usually when you buy from a club, you get at least a package with the club crest on or a little presentation box. This has none of that. It just looks like it's been shipped from anywhere. I guess it's because they've got such high demand. They were just sort of throw it into a bag and quickly get it out to the people all over the world. So I've had this now for, when did it arrive? Earlier this week. So it's, you know, I've not, as long as I usually hold on to it, but it's been a long time coming. It's been about a month for it to arrive after I made the purchase. So it's the shirt that everyone's talking about, but like with anything, until you see it with your own eyes and your own hands, you can't quite form a perfect opinion of it. So without further ado, let's open up the parcel. Let's see which one I have bought, and I'll give you a review of what I think of the shirt, and I'll give you some information about the design. So, here we go. Oh, it actually comes in... Well, there we go. Comes in a Kappa bag. I thought they might have just thrown it into the parcel, to be honest, but it's somewhat packaged. So, get rid of that. Got a bit of a static shock there. Well, here we go. There it is. Clearly I've gone for the home shirt, and there's the back. Nothing going on too crazily with that one. And then of course there's the front, which you'll all be very familiar with, I'm sure. It does look quite nice, guys, I must admit. So I'm going to do what I usually do. I'll dress the mannequin. I'll have a little bit of a look at it with myself and my own eyes, and I'll come back to you with my own thoughts and opinions. So yeah, hold on tight. Okay then, there she is. She's dressed up on the mannequin. Hopefully you could see both this season and the previous season's shirts together. I don't think that's going to be a sight that's too common in regards to people's collections. Certainly not in mint condition. And at first glance, this one, it's very nice. Yeah, it's very nice. I understand why people are going crazy for it, to be honest. I'm not somebody who will just get into it and to the hype and just buy it for the sake of it. I'm thinking possibly it was maybe some sort of Emperor's New Clothes styling, where just because everyone was thinking it was nice, you then have to just get on board with it just so you don't feel like you're an idiot saying, oh no, I don't like it. But of course then there are going to be the contrarians who are just hating on anything that's popular. I think most people would say that at the very least it looks decent. I don't think you could possibly hate it. Maybe you could say it's over-designed, possibly, but I think it's very nice. So, of course, it is the current season's home shirt. They have the away shirt, which is the white with the sort of diamond faded effect. Very nice. You've got the third shirt, which is the blue one. It's very nice. And you've got the fourth shirt, which is the sort of the reddy, maroony sort of burgundy one. My least favourite, I'll admit, but still very nice. And it would have been very good to buy all four, but I don't have about €400, including shipping, to spend on some football shirts right now. Maybe in the future, if YouTube can pick up, more and more, I might be able to do that, but I'll have to make do with just the home. And it was €90, which is possibly, I think, maybe my most expensive purchase. It's either that one, the velour shirt from Iceland, or the Torpedo Moscow one that I bought from Classic Football Shirts. I think it might still be the Torpedo one, but I had a discount, so they're all in the same ballpark. And with regards to the design, so it's manufactured by Kappa, so naturally they're a little bit more tight-fitting. On the tag it does say it's a regular fit, so it's not like a super slim, and it's not super elasticated like you would get on some of them. I think the chest is 38 inches for medium, so it's still a smaller medium. So if you kind of prefer a shirt to not be as snug and you are a medium, then go for the large. So with regards to specific unique detailing, there's a little bit more than what was on that previous seasons. The previous seasons just had the initials on the back there, whereas in this one it has the initials on the inside of the collar. Not only that, you have a flag on the front which has the Venezia colours, the orange, the black and the green, which is something that's not as apparent on this home shirt. I think that's one of the things you could claim is a negative compared to the previous season, because quite clearly you can see those colours quite evidently, and it's a colour set that isn't too popular. It's kind of unique to the club. So they have put it on the trims there and of course on the neck, so it's still present, but it's not as apparent as the previous seasons. Now it does have this sort of gold V on the front there, which is sort of the iconic Basilica di San Marco. So the shirt sort of take inspiration from churches and architecture in Venice, which is quite nice. Though sometimes they say that and you look at it and go, I don't see it. So it's manufactured by Kappa, but I believe they got a New York design agency in also to sort of figure it out. Venezia have a very good marketing team at the moment. They're almost sort of turned into a clothing brand more so than a football club. Obviously, that's hyperbolic, but it's still kind of true, really. It's sort of the jokes floating around that, you know, they beat Juventus, they're beat by a clothing brand than a club. And of course, the material, the media that they released showcasing the shirts, they were very sort of fashion conscious. You know, they're using the models to promote the shirts, etc. But it did look very nice, so that was certainly helped with the sales. So, like I said, it did sell initially quickly. They did have a campaign with the first 500 shirts that they sold. They included a fanzine, which was more like a graphic novel, which showcased their promotion to Serie A. So, of course, right now they are in Serie A, which is the top division. And there's a rule there, which I think is kind of stupid, really, but you can only have one club logo on the shirt, and they take this Venezia bit on the front, a club logo also. So they've had to decide to play with one and not both. So what they've decided to do is to play without the crest and just have the Venezia on the front there, which I think is, firstly, obviously stupid, and secondly, it just takes away from the shirts. I mean, if they were selling it without the crest, I probably wouldn't have bought it myself. And what harm is that going to do? What would they rather do? Have a betting sponsor on the front? Like, surely there's some bit of logic needs to be thrown into this, a bit of common sense. And there's plenty of shirts who have like sublimated versions of the crest floating across the front there, which is one of my favourite designs. Like, that's not going to do any harm. So I think Italy maybe need to revise that one slightly, because it would look weird to see a team play without a crest on as well. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's it, really. That is the shirt. That's the shirt that everyone's talking about. My friend also, who I said bought it at the same time, they haven't, as the time of filming this, haven't even had a notification of shipment, which is weird because, of course, we're both based in the UK, and it doesn't make any sense why mine have arrived. And I didn't pay any customs in it either, which is nice. But it's just weird that that would occur. But was it worth it? It's a lot of money to spend on a football shirt, especially one that I kind of didn't need, but you know, I have it now. Let me know what you think. Do you think the shirt's nice? Do you think it's overrated? Do you have one yourself? I know that there were some scalpers initially buying them and then reselling them for like £150, which I'm sure somebody bought somewhere. And then I saw plenty of fakes floating around that people were still selling, and you could probably make a bit of money on that if you get a fake for 15 and they were selling for like £60. That's a bit of a return, that is. But, you know, that's one chapter. It's another thing that I've managed to do. I need to figure out what I want to do with the other one, because I think I'll probably keep this one as part of the collection. Whether or not I sell it, whether or not I start to wear it, or maybe I'll just keep them both and, I don't know, maybe form a Venezia collection going forwards. Who knows? Let me know. Should I have waited for a potential sale? Because I don't think it's ever going to drop in price. Of course, this one appeared in clearance at £40. I would struggle to see this one ever appearing at that price. I think if Classic Football Shirts were to get a batch of them, I think they would be pretty keen on selling them at near as, damn it, the recommended retail price. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend ahead, and I've got some cool shirts coming up over the next few weeks and months, I suppose. Nothing that's quite as expensive, I don't think, but every now and then I like to splurge out on a little bit of something. So yeah, anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.